여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and today we are doing a reading for SHINee. I enjoy SHINee. I don't identify as a shovel, but I do very much enjoy them, and when Jung was lost to the world, I cried right along with y'all. I put their music on, as I always do when I shuffle cards for these readings. I like to put on the music for whatever group or artist I'm pulling cards for. And I forgot how many songs I actually love. Like, Replay came on and I was like, oh, that's like my favorite SHINee song, for real. Anyway, I'm very excited for this reading, especially since everyone who was doing their military service is now home. Minho just came home not long ago. And yeah, let's get into this reading. Okay, pile number one. Let's see. Okay. Spriggan in reverse. This card says that there might be some issues or problems that one or more of the members might be ignoring, and if they don't take care of whatever this issue is, it's gonna keep getting worse and worse. I mean, I don't like seeing cards like that, but I like seeing it first, because that means it's something that's either happening now or something important that they need to make sure they're focusing on. Let's see what the next one is. Banshee. Okay. Yeah. Banshees, if you know the Irish lore of banshees, this card is not the same as that. This is not the Irish myth is, if you hear a banshee, somebody you love is going to die. That's not this. That's not what this is. This means you have disloyal friends, or people gossiping about you, or people who are working against you. So maybe that's the issue that they're having. Maybe there's somebody that's not on the up and up and they need to take care of that situation now. Banshees also tell you to trust your intuition. So if you are suspicious of somebody, if anybody in SHINee is suspicious of somebody else, they need to take care of that immediately. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. The Black Shuck. The Black Shuck is kind of similar to the Death card. It indicates sudden change or upheaval, separation, a job change, the breaking down of a relationship. Huh. Something is changing. Obviously, SHINee has gone through a change, losing Jung. Somebody might be considering doing something different, trying something new, or the group on a whole might decide to change the way they do things, maybe change their style or their look or the type of music that they create. Okay. Child in reverse. Don't take things for granted. This card is reminding them to appreciate what they've built, what they've made, what they have. Make sure you see the true value in everything that you have and that you do. If any or all of them are receiving an offer, like say somebody reaches out to them and be like, hey, since you're all back together now, you want to do this, it would be a good opportunity. They just can't talk too much about it. It's one of those things that don't jinx it. And there's something in my eye. Sorry guys. Ow. I'm like partially blind, but that's okay. Anyway, it's one of those cards that like don't jinx something, you know? If you know, like those situations where you think something's yours, so you start telling people about it and then it turns out you're wrong and you shouldn't have opened your mouth. Yeah, that's one of those situations. So that could be what the change is. Maybe they have an opportunity to do something new and different, but it's not solid yet. And if they go around telling people, they're going to end up not getting it. You know? Oh, I like this. Green Lady. The Green Lady is about growth and progress, moving forward, and expansion. So there's definitely something, it probably has to do with whatever this change is. And it's going to be something that really helps bring SHINee forward, to help them grow as a group and as artists. I like that. I like to see that. I like anytime I see growth and movement, because that's a good sign. You know, you don't want stagnation, because when things get stagnant, they die. So I like that I see movement, but I think they need to be mindful of their options, appreciate all of their options and everything that they have built for themselves already, and watch out for people who are maybe running their mouth a little bit. Let's see what the next one is. Jenny Green Teeth in reverse. Okay. This is the same as the dog card. It's again about change and sacrifice, needing to give up one thing to gain another. So they definitely have some kind of change coming, some sort of decision they have to make. Huh. And they're on SM, and you guys, you might not be aware, I've mentioned it in a fair few videos, some of my reactions. I don't like SM as a label. I think they're atrocious. Out of all of the labels that I'm aware of, they are the one that have artists leave the most. Half of EXO has sued them to get out of contracts. Maybe it's that. Maybe they're looking to relocate, like pull a Shinwa and everybody just goes, you know. Necessary but unwilling sacrifice. They have to let go of something. They might not want to. They have to do something they might not want to do, but know that they have to do in order to progress and keep moving forward and expanding their brand and their group. Huh. Give up one thing to gain another. That comes back to kind of like appreciating what you have, appreciating all of your offers. Maybe they are being offered something, but it's going to cost them something else, and they need to weigh their options carefully. Huh. Let's see. Okay. I got a festival card. This is about originality or new beginnings. Because it's like a winter card, but like an end of winter card. Yeah, it's about like freshness and resurgence and having new opportunities, new beginnings, starting over in a way. Because that's what you get with new beginnings. It's a fresh start. Huh. Give up one thing to gain another that's going to give them a fresh start. Oh. The last card in this pile is the unicorn. There is an aspect of the unicorn that I have not mentioned in my previous readings because it did not apply. Now, there are many meanings to all of the cards. Some of them apply to certain types of readings, love readings, career readings, whatever. And some of them, you know, if that's not what you're doing, those aspects obviously don't apply to the reading. This card, I'm mentioning it because this is SHINee and it applies to their situation. The unicorn, as I've said in other readings, indicates hope and joy and great blessings and reward and relief from anxiety and inspiration and all those great wonderful things. But it's also the unicorn brings healing from the other world. And I'm mentioning that because of Jung. Healing from the other world, I think, is Jung coming through and saying, everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. You guys are doing great. You're on the right path. Make good decisions. Everything's gonna be fine. And I like that this is the last card in this pile. Because I like to see that. Jung might not be with them anymore, but he's still around. And he's telling them, you know, some of you've been away for a couple of years, but you're back and everything's great and you're good, and don't be nervous. Everything's gonna work out. You're all good. And he's good. He's alright, because it's a unicorn, and unicorns are freaking wonderful. Anyway, now that I'm nice and depressed, let's move on to the next pile. Okay. I went and took some time to figure out what the hell was going on with my eye so I can see better. Pretty sure I fixed it. If my eye looks screwed up, it's because I've been fucking around with it. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I like this. First card up, Empress. The Empress is creative energy or new creative projects. She's very fond of finding new creative outlets, trying new creative things. She's also someone that is grateful for all the things that she has created, which we saw in the first pile, cards that told you, you know, appreciate what you have, appreciate things, right? Yeah, so she is telling SHINee, appreciate what you have created, but also it might be time to try something new. You are entering or about to be in a period of growth, and this is a good time to maybe start a project you might have been working on, try something new, which we saw a lot of that in the previous one. Yeah, so definitely they're in a period of, or soon to be in a period of growth and expansion. And, you know, we saw new beginnings in here, right? Right, with this festival card, new beginnings. So yeah, they should, maybe if there's like a style of music they want to try, or even if it's like as a hobby and they want to try like painting or whatever, you know, now might be a good time to give that a shot. Because any creative outlet is good, especially like, you know, if you're a musician and you paint, the painting might help inspire your music, you know. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so maybe I didn't fix my eye as well as I thought I did. I looked, y'all, and I could not find anything in my eye, and I am prone to getting eyelashes in my eye, and there's not one. I have no idea what it is, can't find it, but it hurts so bad, you guys. Sorry. Anyway, Three of Swords. This, I think, harkens back to the Jung situation. The Three of Swords is about heartache and sorrow, sadness, but it tells you that even though you're feeling these things, you need to express it, right? Express your sadness. Maybe that's it. New creative projects, new creative outlets, trying new things. Maybe they should work on some music that helps them channel whatever they're feeling in regards to Jung and their loss. It could also harken back to that card about, which one is it? This one with the gossip, because it says don't let yourself be hurt by the words of others. So it could be that. But, you know, don't be hurt by others. And it reminds you, make sure you're focused on your goal. So, or your path, you know, I really think that they need to process their feelings, maybe about, like, I don't know what they did, okay? I don't know if any of them talked about it with anybody, with, you know, what happened with Jung, how they processed it, and whatever, did whatever they did. But I think that maybe as a group they should sit down, and maybe they're thinking about it. Maybe they're thinking about writing a song to honor him, or an album to help them work through their emotions. And a lot of musicians do that. You know, like Taylor Swift is a good example. Every time she goes through a relationship and it ends, what the hell kind of big ass plane? I'm in the middle of something, you know. Never ever do a plane fly over this house, but when I'm trying to do something. Anyway, Taylor Swift is a good example of an artist who works through her emotions in her music. Every relationship that she has ends up a song, and it helps her process and work through her feelings. And I think that's a good outlet for a lot of people. Some people write poetry, some people write stories, some people paint, some people whatever. I don't do nothing. But I think for SHINee, they need to maybe do something physical to work through their hurt and their heartache and their sorrow. And I'd listen to it. I would. Let's see what's next. Okay. Two of Coins in reverse is about not overcommitting yourself. Don't throw yourself so much into your work that you lose sight of the rest of your life. It can also tell you to reassess your goals and priorities. So maybe they're focusing too much on one thing and not enough on something else, and it's detracting from what they really want out of life. Yeah. But twos are also all about balance, and they need to make sure that they're maintaining a good work-home, work-life balance and not doing so much of one thing that they're forgetting about something else. And I know, like, three of them were recently in the military, and military life is very much work, 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 work. So you get used to that, so maybe they come home and they do that and they forget, or they're going the complete opposite and it's so much friends and family, and then it's like, we got other shit we need to do. But it's definitely, you know, make sure you're not overcommitting yourself. Could go back to this and, you know, appreciating what you have and what you've created, and don't take opportunities for granted. Don't take anything for granted. So maybe they're getting a lot of opportunities and they want to do them all, and they have a real risk of overcommitting themselves. You know, oh, it's been so long, we've been out of the game. Let's just do everything all at once. And you can't do that. That's physically impossible. You're going to end up, like, burning out, you know. Anyway, next one. Four of Wands. Okay. Four of Wands I like, because fours are about foundations, firm, stable foundations. And the Four of Wands is about celebration and homecoming, which, as I said, like Minho just came home, and the other two were not that long ago. So it could be that, you know, SHINee's back together. And there's 4 of them now. So this could be the SHINee's back, SHINee's all together card. And that's okay, because Jung said it's okay. But yeah, they've built a firm foundation that even as 4, they can stand strong and... Oh, where is she? Move forward and grow and expand. And even the Empress, too, says that they're in a period of growth. So they're building on their foundation as 4. And they've come home and things are going to be good. And yeah, I like that. The 4 of them standing strong together and building new wonderful things as a group. Ooh, okay, Hermit. The Hermit card is about self-discovery. It's about, well, usually he's holding a lantern. This one is not, but, you know, it's kind of the light at the end of the tunnel card. He's not necessarily alone. It's about self-discovery, and sometimes you go through that discovery alone, and sometimes you go with a small group of friends. Maybe it's you and 3 friends. Maybe, you know, maybe it's you and 3 friends. You know, trying something new. It's also about creating your own unique path. Like, don't follow the cookie cutter template of everybody else. Find yourself, or yourselves, right? And create your own path. Maybe that's what all of this growth and new creative stuff is about. SHINee wants to be different. He's also somebody who's very much telling you to evaluate your goals and find a new direction. Maybe they've hit a block somewhere and it's not working, or they're not happy. And to be happy, you need to make your own path. Don't follow everyone else and what everybody else is doing now. Do something different, something new, whatever you like, whatever you want. SHINee needs to move in a new direction. Their own direction. Ooh. I like that. Let's see. Knight of Cups. Okay, Knight of Cups. Actually, it goes this way. The Knight of Cups is about creativity and charm and imagination. And those are all things that I think SHINee has. But he's also a knight that is very much into exploring the things that he loves, exploring his passions and having big ideas and going for it, right? So I think that they need to, maybe in regards with this, create a new path, exploring your passions and big ideas and doing what you love. Ooh. Yeah, SHINee needs to reevaluate the image I think that they want to portray to the world and the kind of music they want to make and what they want to do as artists. And maybe try something different, try something new. Huh. Let's see. Oh, they got another knight, the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is, like, the wands are like the fire energy, right? They're very passionate and very action oriented, and they have an idea and they go and they run and they do, right? So this is the card. This is the go for it card. So if there's something that they want to do that they're not sure of, go do it. Go get it. Because it's going to be great. So maybe whatever these passions and big ideas are that they have, they need to do it. Run with it. Grab it with both hands and go. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's very committed to their vision. And, but they have a plan. Like, it's not just flying by the seat of your pants. Because this card is, because it is so, right? It reminds you to think before you act. Because sometimes this knight doesn't do that. Right? He gets an idea and he's like, okay, yeah, great, go. Right? Like a kid, I'm going to go do it. I don't care what happens. Make sure, they need to make sure they have a plan. Don't go flying in by the seat of your pants and hope for the best. Like, think before you act, plan it out. Don't just go crazy, you know, out in the world. Oh, God, my eye. You guys, I swear I'm going to end up visually impaired after this. This bright light doesn't help anything either. Anyway, next one. Ew. Okay. King of Pentacles. This comes up a lot for the idols that I read, and I love seeing it because the King of Pentacles is all about business success and wealth and being able to attract money and abundance and being secure, right? He also indicates worldly success, which, I mean, I think SHINee's done that. They're a very well-known, very popular group. But as a king, he's very good at fulfilling his goals and his tasks. So I think whatever our knights are doing is gonna come to completion. And it's going to be very successful because the king says so. Okay? And, you know, they're not wrong. They're kings, right? So I like that. I like that very much. And the King of Pentacles is very confident. So they need to be confident in what they're doing. Because it's going to really work out well in their favor. Whatever project they're doing, whatever things they're creating, whatever new paths they want to take in life will work out wonderfully for them. Oh, okay. This goes back to, it's the Four of Swords in reverse. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about, where is it? It's buried underneath here. Here's my two, here it is. About overcommitting themselves. The Four of Swords says that you are susceptible to burnout or exhaustion. It can also mean contemplation. Like, maybe they know they've got a lot of options and they're worried about overcommitting themselves, or they're already starting to overcommit themselves and they're feeling it. They're feeling tired. And they need to, when they start noticing burnout happening, exhaustion happening, they need to sit down and contemplate why they feel that way. What have they been doing? What can they cut back on in order to not, you know, be practically like running themselves into the ground. But yeah, they have a lot of interesting things going. A lot of creative energy. So I think they're working on something, or they're trying to work on something, or possibly committing to too many things at once. And they need to make sure they're not wearing themselves out, because they're at high risk for that. Alright. Let's move into the last pile, shall we? Oh, my freaking eye, you guys. Okay. Let me get my coffee. I might need it for this one. This deck. I have decided is my most talkative deck. There's a bunch. There's always a bunch with this one. This deck, it's like pulling teeth to get cards out of it. Also, they're very big and it's hard for me to shuffle them. But they're very thick cardstock. So it's hard for me to shuffle them. But they were actually pretty cooperative this week. Last week I got one card and then had to shuffle for 5 minutes to get another one to come out. This card, this deck though, there's, how many are there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. There's 12 cards here. That's a lot. What do I have here, like 8? Yeah, the first one was like 8. You know, but like this deck, for whatever reason, just doesn't shut up at all. Maybe they just fit better in my hands. I have small hands. But like so many. There's so many, you guys. So yeah. Let's get into it. Knight of Cups again. Again. Where is it? They got mixed up so they're not in the right order over here anymore. That's another one. I like that. I like when I get continuity in my cards, you know? But like I said, the Knight of Cups is about creative outlets, a lot of creative outlets, trying new things, being very inspired, letting your intuition guide you. He's also a card that's like making dreams a reality. So if there's something, you know, obviously they done that. They had a dream to be idols and now they've done it. So they can continue to do that, whatever these different creative outlets are that they're wanting to try. Or whatever. What's that? Okay, Ten of Swords, alright. Ten of Swords kind of harkens back to... Why do I keep saying that? It's like 1800. Nobody says harken anymore. I haven't even heard that word in I can't tell you how long. Don't know why it's coming up. But the Ten of Swords, this is the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is about fighting change. Again, goes back to, where's my dog? The change. Did Jenny have something to do with changes too? I think so. But, the change. Anyway, there's something that they're fighting. And the freaking dog is knocking. Go to the other door. It's about recovery or regeneration. They have to recover after losing Jung. They have to regenerate as a group after that, after coming back from the military. But there's definitely a change that needs to happen that maybe they're not accepting. But the Ten of Swords tells you everything happens for a reason. It could be the loss of Jung and they're not emotionally accepting it. But things happen for a reason. Whatever this change is, happened or is happening for a reason. It's an inevitable change. It can't be stopped. And they have to deal with it. But, you know, you go through this change. The Ten of Swords says, like, you can't stop it. You gotta accept it. It's gonna happen. But it's going to lead to growth. Where is she? She's disappeared. Here she is. Growth, right? This Ten of Swords, whatever change they have to go through will lead to growth and a fresh start. New beginnings. Am I right? Right? The Ten of Swords is an inevitable change, like this dog, right? That you can't stop. That's going to lead to a fresh start and new beginnings. and growth, right? I like when everything works together. That's why I use 3 decks, because 1 is not enough. The more shit that comes up in each reading is the more important to me it is. If it keeps coming up, it's very important. So, they definitely have a change happening, or it possibly did happen, that they need to accept, and it will propel them further. It will help their growth as a group and as people, as artists, and give them a fresh start. What do we got next? The Chariot in reverse. In reverse, the Chariot is kind of like you've lost some momentum. You've maybe lost a little motivation. There might be some obstacles getting in your way that you're letting bother you more than you should. We saw that in one of the other piles. Potential obstacles in their way. But it reminds you to focus on self-discipline, right? Like, be responsible for yourself and your actions and choices you make, and don't let these obstacles stop you, right? The Chariot's about commitment and determination, right? If you have the self-discipline enough to be an idol in the first place, because it's a lot, you should definitely be able to have the determination and commitment to work past any obstacles that come your way. So they might need to reevaluate some things. If they're feeling a little bit, it could be like, which one was it? Like this, right? If you're feeling exhausted or burned out and like you're losing motivation, take the time to reevaluate, because this card in reverse is also about reevaluation. Reevaluate what you're doing, why you feel this way, and what you can do to correct the situation. Okay, and have the discipline to do it, and make sure that you stay committed to your path, to your goal, to whatever it is you're working on. Yeah, so I think they really need to watch out for that overcommitment and burnout situation. It could be whatever this changes they need to go through is the block, and they're fighting it, and it's making them tired. Like they're, you know, like when you fight for so long and you're just like, I can't, I'm done. You know, it could be that. What do we got here? Oh, 4 coins. Okay. 4 of coins is about making sure you don't screw around with your money. Make wise investments, right? Smart choices with your money. Indicates that you have created wealth and abundance, and I believe SHINee has done that. And they need to make smart choices with their money. If they invest, they need to be careful what they invest in. Maybe they should invest more into themselves than like outside things, you know? Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if one of them has been thinking about investing or made an investment and it's not panning out, or has the potential to not pan out. I don't know. I don't trust the stock market, y'all. I just don't. Ooh. Okay. Star in reverse. Let me turn it this way, y'all can see. Star. I got the star. I love the star. The star is a Pisces card. I'm Pisces, and stars are my favorite shape, so I'm all about the star card. The star is like, you know, your wish fulfillment card, your dream come true card. And I love seeing that, especially in this reading where we've gotten a lot of cards that say opportunities, new creative outlets, trying new things, new beginnings, fresh starts. So whatever dream SHINee has, whatever goal, wish they have, could be as a group, could be individually, hell, it could be both, they're gonna achieve, okay? And this card also, because it did come out in reverse, is about, is another card that indicates growth. So they are going to grow as people, as artists, and it's going to lead to the fulfillment of their dream, their wish, their goal. And the star overall is a peaceful, loving, calming energy, and them exhibiting those things will help them grow and achieve their dream. They can't be all like, you know, like arrogant, negative, like be confident, but come from a place of like, you know, love and peace, you know, and everything is good. Don't be like high strung all the time, or like I don't want to use the word cocky, you know. I like the star though, that's my favorite. That never comes out. I never get that card. I've never done a reading for anybody that's gotten that card. So I like that they got it. Dreams coming true for SHINee. What do we got next? What is this? The Roman numerals throw me off sometimes. We got the 4. Is that a 4? That's a 4. Yeah. 4 of Swords in reverse. Hey. Definitely need to watch out for that exhaustion. Okay? Definitely got to make sure they're not overcommitting themselves. Definitely got to make sure they're not wearing themselves out, or you know, like you know how like you love something and then you do it so much that you're sick of it and you hate it and it ruined it for you, you know? Like I like baking, and everybody, like not everybody, but like I've had a lot of people that said, oh, why don't you like open a bakery then if you like baking? Well, because it would make me hate it. It would make me hate it so much. Or nails, like I like to do nails. Why don't you do that? Because I would hate it. Plus I have to touch people and speak to people, and I also hate that. And I know like if I had to sit down and like I had no choice but to sit down and do something, it would make me hate it. So they need to make sure they're not overcommitting themselves or doing so much all at once that they end up sick of what they're doing and they don't enjoy it anymore. Because that would really suck. You know, like to take something you love and then you just end up hating it. Yeah. Flying hermits. We got a hermit again. This one's got the lantern. Okay, so they're getting a lot of... Why am I looking in that pile? That doesn't even belong. They got a lot of repeat cards. And I like to see it. A lot of repeat cards. But yeah, hermits. Hermit's personal journey, I think, because it could be with a small group of friends. I really think it's the 4 of them together going through a change, evolving, and that's going to result in a dream come true, right? And their wish fulfillment, they'll be happy, whatever. But the hermit, you know, even if they are doing a lot or feeling overwhelmed or fighting a change, because that keeps coming up, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things are going to be good. it might not be what they expected, but it's the way it needs to be. Oh, we got through these kind of fast. We've only got like five of them left? 5 of them left, you guys. Queen of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse is about self-care and love, right? Self-care, self-love, making sure they're taking care of themselves, which we've seen hits that earlier. I think the exhaustion and the burnout is a good indication that they maybe need to take out some time for themselves. But she's also, because the cups are creative energy cards, are really ramming home the new creative opportunities and new creative projects, which we also saw. Wait a minute. Oh, I know, that was the Empress. I was like, did we have this earlier? Because what did we see? The Empress is very similar. Very similar. Yeah, so they need to make sure that they take time out to take care of themselves while also exploring their new creative opportunities, their new path, their new whatever this new thing is that they want to try and do. And I think that comes back to the Two of Pentacles about maintaining a balance, a work-home balance, you know? Make sure your self-love is there while you're working. Maintain your balance. Take care of yourself. Very important. Don't burn yourselves out. Don't overcommit yourselves. Let's see what's next. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about, again, cups. It's all about creative. They're definitely working on something creative. They have new opportunities coming. There's maybe a lot of options that they have. And it's kind of like and the queen is like this too. Don't let your heart overrule your head. If something sounds good and you're like, oh my god, I would love to do that, you have to look at it logically. You know, don't do something just because you love it and you're like, oh my god, that would be amazing. I would love. Think about it. Do you actually have the skills to do it? Do you actually have the time to do this? Is it something that can work into your already committed schedule? If not, put it on the back and just let it sit there and maybe you can come back to it later. But the Ace of Cups is all about love. Giving love and receiving love, and I think SHINee is a group that receives a lot of love, and they certainly give a lot of love to Shovel. I'm not even a Shovel and I see it. So, let's see what's next. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about, again, the investment. That's like this one. It's about having long-term views, like whatever they have going on, they need to make sure they have a plan, which we saw with the Knight of Wands, right? Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you invest in yourself properly, invest in your future, your projects. Don't just go willy-nilly into things. Make sure you're putting in the time and effort. Because even this one, because it's coins, and coins are typically financial, they're not necessarily, it could be making sure that you're investing your time wisely or your skills wisely. But the Seven of Wands is about your hard work, and putting effort into things. Anyway, they got the Empress again. See, here she is twice. So definitely new creative opportunities for SHINee that are going to result in success and abundance. Definitely got some new projects going on. Seven of coins is the last one. It's about perseverance. It could be about haters. Again, I almost said it again. I'm not saying it again. It goes back to the previous pile where it mentions, or no, the first one. Where are you? Where are you, you weird little... Gossip. Trolls, haters, gossip. There could be people who are talking that maybe shouldn't be talking. We might not hear it. This could be like just within their company, within the industry, and we're not aware of it. Whatever these ideas are that SHINee wants to do, somebody might have an opinion about, because everybody's always got a freaking opinion, and they usually shouldn't. But it's also about facing your challenges and persistence and overcoming. And I like that. SHINee is going to be alright. SHINee's going to come out on top. And whatever it is they decide to do, they're going to succeed. They're going to thrive. And I think it's going to be wonderful. And I, for one, am very excited to see anything that they come out with ever. And I'm, like I said, not even a shovel. I dug out this blue shirt because I'm pretty sure this is close to their fandom color. Maybe. But yeah. SHINee is creating new things and forging new paths for themselves. And I'm very excited to see what comes of it. So, anyway, that's it for this reading. Next week's is going to be Jessica, formerly of Girls' Generation. That one really hurt me, by the way, when SM done stabbed her in the back. Anyway, I'll save that for next week. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new reading. By the way, it's every Thursday at 11 a.m. if you didn't know. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name's in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.